hinter vom Hochhaus, oder? Ja, abholen meine ich. Deswegen. Ja. Genau. Hinter beim Hochhaus.
Got some currywurst, so did he. Stopping here for lunch. At a little cafe. And gotta try and understand their language. Well, we just had lunch. We're loading back into our bus. We stopped at Offenhorde à Nob, whatever that is.
Sorry.
What's so funny? What's so funny?
Nothing. Nothing. You'll see you later.
What was the story?
Nothing. Oh, tell the story. Oh, it's a good one. I will tell the story.
There's always a good story.
Yes, there always is.
We would like all the gory details.
Share the story.
I'm going to get on the bus.
Also, the other thing for sweet tooths, traditionally for Christmas, but sold around the year to tourists, Lebkuchen. Lebkuchen are gingerbread cookies.
We're in Nuremberg. Nuremberg. Just getting out.
No poison ivy that
Gonna go see some stuff to do with the trials of Nuremberg.
As the Roman Colosseo, the Colosseum you call it, and when you look later going back round from that side, it looks like the Colosseum. It's curved. The new stuff is all about the new documentation center, which they are already redesigning and expanding. However, even the temporary exhibition is inside the Congress Hall and therefore both contained by but spilling out of the history of Nazism in this city.
This is inside the whole exhibit. Talks about some of Hitler's propaganda and some of these rallies and stuff.
And yeah, quite a few of these guys are like generals and whatnot. They got hanged.
Here's a map of the city. It's a bit hard to see through the video, but shows out the layout of all this stuff in this town. This is what Hitler was building. There's a grandstand, and this is what it is now. It's a park with a lake. This is where he used to have all these big speeches back in the 37, 38. In 2020, it's now a field and grandstand. This is what Hitler was building, and this is what they're now. We're in this little piece right here. So we still got to walk around here and take a look at that. This is the city of Nuremberg, and we're way up top here. And I think we're going to go over to this other side right here now. Pretty interesting.
Just in the middle of nowhere, and for 2,000 years, local Bedouins, local tribes.
There's the front of that building. It's got a bit of a curve to it, and it's supposed to look like the Colosseum in Rome. Hitler decided to borrow and build it like the Romans, but it never got finished.
The shoulder in there.
Yep. And then this is the real thing out here. Hitler stood up there and gave his speeches to crowds of 700,000 out that way. And we got truck drivers here trying to back up. For some concert or something. It's rather sobering, really, when you think about it. Here this man stood up there, a dictator a man of himself, full of himself. And that's where he gave his speeches up there to a crowds that stood out here and filled this whole place up. And he rallied the troops. Up on top now.
They're empty.
And this gives you shivers to think this is where Hitler stood, indoctrinating his peoples.
Those are my two big recommendations. If you love art, there's far too much to do. 3 with the one they call the Mad King,
We're in Munich now. Made it here this afternoon and we're heading to supper to a place called Marienplatz. And we got people back here admiring some pizza. They said we should be getting the pizza.
Just single file. Let us try to keep to the left-hand side. Yeah, get over it.
This is our supper place tonight. Wirt Schass am Brathof. Something like that. A mass entrance by all 48 of us, or 49. We'll see what this is like tonight. Looks like a pretty authentic place. Some Dutch, not Dutch. German. Oh, big mug of beer tonight, if you want it.
Joe, your dad, or you want to
I'm so sorry. Bill just gonna do that.
It's all right.
With the fork.
Well, we haven't got our food yet, but we're all settled in here. This is a cool restaurant. Getting the drink.
Notoriously, we don't know how many children we have.
Well, tonight we have fries with chicken. Huh, everyone's got the same thing. Can't you? Well, we're done eating. It was good food. And we're gathering here and we're heading into town or something. Check Wolfskin. Just wandering around the town here, just checking it out. Well, we're downtown Munich somewhere at some place, Dan, and there's just people everywhere. That's kind of cool. There's the group over there. There's a couple churches there, so I figure there's something around here. I have no idea what that church is, but to go check it out, see what it is. So it's kind of a cool city. Whoa, gotta watch out for scooters. Oh, look at this. They even got cheese here. Sweet. And there's another big church. And we're just entering into the, what I would call the city center, the old city center. Pretty cool. Smells good too. This is a video. And we got our guy in the back.
Oh, yes.
This is the old town hall of Munich. So the entrance to Munich, you have here the center of Munich, the entrance to Munich. So you see Munich used to be a village.
Look at this. This is so cool.
See, we wouldn't see this otherwise.
No, we wouldn't. This is nice to sit.
Yeah.
This escalated quickly. I saw. I was like, that looks fun. Oh, that's funny. We would always go beep beep, and then they'd laugh at us. Like,
This is easier than walking, I can tell you that.
yeah.
Ooh.
Oh no, I'm not. It's like yucky.
You don't know?
Like,
Oh, I do. It's okay.
And this building at the right side where the Louis Vuitton is inside used to be the post office. One Russian investor bought it for 300 million euros. This was 15 years ago.
no kidding.
And at the end of the street is the Bavarian Parliament.
Oh, sweet.
Here's
They
the
make good
Opera.
cream.
Was built by the first king of Bavaria. This is this guy sitting on the chair in front of us.
Oh, right.
Oh,
Okay.
Maximilian the First.
Maximilian I.
okay.
Napoleon made him a king. Napoleon took his soldiers to fight against the Russians and made Bavaria too.
Sweet.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And the guy's sitting there waiting.
That's
I
cool.
can just look at that.
See, that's what I would like to
I'm
do.
just
Is
looking now. He's got to get on.
I would like to hit a random concert here.
How much did they pay to go?
To make the Hitler Greek.
Yep.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
And everybody who didn't want to do that came here.
Oh, through that street. Oh,
It
yeah.
was dangerous, very dangerous.
Okay.
You can use your life because of that.
Oh. This is beautiful.
No.
Like you see, it's huge.
Yeah.
They lived here till 1918.
Okay.
People didn't like him.
Oh, yeah.
The park was named after him. They didn't want to say his name. So they named the garden after its style, English style.
English. This guy.
Prime Minister, or we call him Minister President, has his office here.
Minister President.
Look at this.
Whoa.
Columns, you can see the shooting holes from the First and Second World War. They are still existing.
In the columns there, yeah.
It's one of the biggest city parks in the world, even bigger than Central Park or bigger than Hyde Park. In the morning it was full. There's Schwabinger Bach, there's like one small river where you can swim. It's not dangerous, and now we are going to a place where it's very dangerous to swim.
Oh.
And interesting for you, this is all human made, and it was an idea of the war minister. The war minister was born in Massachusetts as well.
Okay. I get the appeal to that.
Oh, man, look at the water flow.
Wow.
Here you can go with the current, you can flow, and you can come back. You are allowed to come back with the tram. You are not
Okay.
allowed to sit, but you don't need a ticket for these two stations.
Okay.
All these guys here are surfing. 500 meters above sea level, and they can still learn to surf. Oh, there he goes. See this guy. Look at that. Just jump.
Right here.
Well, that's cool.
You see this white, gray building, not this one.
Oh,
on the
not
right,
this
on the
one. The
left.
white gray one over here. Yep.
Okay.
The big one that looks like a parking
See the
area.
flag?
That's the American embassy
It
down
does
there.
downtown. It would be a parking area.
One of my colleagues made one tour in the English Garden, was the ambassador.
Oh, okay.
Yes, with the American ones.
Yeah.
You will pay how much at Louis Vuitton? Just give them an approximate amount.
Yeah, you can pay for a jacket like 160, 200,000 euros.
What?
Yeah. Yep. You heard it correctly. Yep.
For what? Just a bag?
You're gonna be looking for one for me and Denise tomorrow. So you tell.
It's locked. This girl's got a Gucky badge. See that? We're gonna get a gelato. What's it called? A gelato? Gelato.
Gelato.
Gelato. Gelato. Okay.
And not Ducky. Gucci. And Louis Vuitton.
Here it is. It looks pretty good.
Cookies.
Denise is getting hers now.
Cookies did you get? Yeah. Okay. I see. No, I know. It has to all
I think that's it, right?
I have no idea what's in it.